Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. It snowed yesterday again. It's snowing again this afternoon here in Canada anyways. And I'm kind of thinking what better way to get our minds off of the snow, if you have snow that is, what better way to get our minds off of the snow than doing a week of wreaths. Easter's coming up. It's really early this year, so why not another 7-day, 7 wreaths celebrating Easter? And we're calling it, what? Wreathster Week. Today is day number 1, and I will do a consecutive episodes every single day, 7 episodes in total, plus a bonus episode. That's a total of 8 episodes featuring Easter wreaths celebrating Wreathster Week. Before I get started, I just wanted to send out a very quick shout out to a follower, a viewer who watches every single one of my videos. Lisa Taylor, if you're out there, hello! Thank you so much for your support, watching my channel, watching my videos. I truly appreciate it. Why don't I just get started and show you day number 1 of Wreathster Week. I am using this egg-shaped wire wreath frame. It's about maybe 14 inches, 18 inches, and then this macrame cord that I got from Amazon. I got a whole spool of it. Now, if you don't want to use the Amazon ones, there are ones at the Dollarama and at the Dollar Tree like I'm showing here. You can use those as well. And a whole bunch of pink, white, and purple floral picks. Different colors, different sizes, and of course, a miscellaneous bundle of ribbons, along with some of my regular crafting utensils to create this project today. I am starting off with that macrame cord or the cotton cord. My idea for this egg-shaped wreath frame is to create a little basket out of it. So I'm kind of deciding where I wanted to start the lower half. And I'm attaching it using the hot glue there. You can kind of see me just putting it in there in place. And then I'm going straight across to the other side, placing some more hot glue on there, and that's going to create the bottom of the basket. So that's what all of our florals are going to go. And I'm just adding a few dots of hot glue just to keep it in place. And then I'm going straight across the front. And then I'm going to add a little hot glue right in the center to keep those little ropes together. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep hot gluing and then wrapping that all the way around, creating the bottom portion of my little basket. And you can kind of see here I'm adding that hot glue as I go, wrapping it around, and then putting more hot glue right in the center, keeping everything nice and solid. And here we go. I just continue wrapping that around all the way until I get that whole bottom section filled out. Now, another way you can do this is you can cut the rope down to size if you want to save on a little bit of the rope. When you wrap it around, you're wrapping both sides. And if you cut the rope like I'm showing you here, you're only wrapping it around the one side. So you're going to save a little bit of rope. Now, I will say this, the downside to cutting is those frayed edges. There's a lot of them. But I'll show you in a little bit of a trick to stop them from fraying. But again, this is another method you can totally use. As you can see, the front end looks totally the same. Those frayed edges you have to glue down just to get them out of the way, but it saves you some material, it saves you some rope. And again, that top half you can see is nice and clean. The bottom half, it does have some frayed edging, but a little bit of hot glue helps that stay in place and you don't see it on the back side. So it's up to you which method you wish to use. I liked both. Both worked for me. The end result, I loved. So now what I'm going to do is the top half is actually going to be the handle of the basket. So we have the bottom portion of the basket where we're going to fill it, and the top half is going to be the handle. So all I'm going to do now is glue my first piece down, and then I'm just going to wrap till my heart's content. And usually how I wrap items, if you've seen my channel before, you'll know that I use my left hand to hold everything in place and my right hand to actually wrap either the deco mesh, the ribbon, or here the rope. I find it helps with the left hand kind of pushing it all together and then the right hand feeding it through. And here we go. I'm almost done wrapping. I'm going to get one more in there before I cut it and then glue it. But here's the little trick that I learned. What you can do is you can take some Scotch tape, just take a little piece off, attach that right on the very end, wrap that around, and then cut off that excess. And then that's going to stop it from fraying as well. So here I am just cutting off that excess. I'm not cutting the tape, I'm just cutting the excess off. And now we have a much cleaner cut end of that rope as opposed to all those little flyaways that we had at the bottom. And now I'm just going to glue that together. And once we flip it over, we have our little basket all created, ready for our florals. And here are all my florals, and I'm just going to use my wire cutters just to cut them down to size. You can keep them all together if you wish, and you can kind of bend the ends, but I actually like to cut them down to size, so I'm just going to cut everything down to size. And once I do, I'm just going to glue in, like you can see right here, those florals. I'm starting out with a higher level. So if you have watched my channel before, you know when I do flower arrangements, I like to do 3 different levels. So there's a lower level, a medium level, and a higher level. So I just, with those pink flowers, completed the middle layer and the top layer, which is the highest. And now I'm going to go in with these pink and white florals, creating a lower level. And then, of course, adding greenery is so important. It breaks up the color a little bit and just adds a little more color into that floral arrangement as well. Now I'm going to add in some purple along with all those pinks, just really filling up that basket full of beautiful bright florals, because that's what we want to see right now. We are still in winter time and I want to see those bright colors, and I know you probably do as well. And look at that, just beautiful. Here I am just picking it up, making sure I like the arrangement, and I think that's good enough. I'm just going to take my other floral that I have and just set those aside, and I'm just going to keep them for future projects. Here is our little floral wreath, and of course it's not done just yet. We're just going to add a little bit more to it, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some random ribbon and I'm going to cut them about 5 or 6 inches in length. This is just going to be a little, what do they call it? A little rag ribbon, I believe is what they call it. It's nothing big, it's nothing huge, it's just to add a little bit. So I'm using 3 different fabrics and I'm cutting them all 2 pieces at 6 inches, and I'm using 3 different ribbons. So these are our cut lengths right here. Just 6 inches, 2 pieces each, really nice, really simple, and adds a little interest to our little floral arrangement. And once we have everything cut, I'm just going to put these little ribbon pieces on a crisscross pattern, and then I'm just going to do the same thing for all 3 of those ribbons, just kind of creating a nice little asterisk, if you will, of your ribbon. And then I'm just going to take a little piece of pipe cleaner. It doesn't have to be too big, and I'm just going to fold that in half, grab the center, and then place that pipe cleaner right in there, and then wrap that around, creating just a little bit of our rag ribbon bow. And this is just going to be a little embellishment on our Easter basket. Nothing crazy. You can do a total big bow if you want. I just wanted something just a little bit smaller. It looks like a little star of ribbon, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. We're just going to add that right in the left-hand corner there. Like I said, it's nothing huge. You can totally add a bow if you want. This is my choice. I just decided to do this little bit of a ribbon star here, adding that right on there with some hot glue, holding it in place. And then finally I decided I had a little bit of these Easter eggs left over. They're little Easter egg ornaments. And all I do is they come with a little string. I'm just going to pull those off of the eggs. They came off really nice, really easy. I just pulled them right off. And then I'm just going to use my hot glue gun, and I'm going to glue those just around every now and then adding a little bit of Easter flair to our basket floral wreath. And of course, I do love the colors, the pinks and the purples, along with those eggs in there. And I love this macrame cord or the cotton cord with our little ribbon bow star there, just adding a little pizzazz and a little glitter to our floral basket. And of course, this is Wreathster week, day number 1, over and done with already. Don't forget to click that playlist right down below to watch all the other episodes. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.